Yes, football fans from around the world. I hope you're good and well, whatever you're doing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all that good stuff. Just gonna run you through what's happening this weekend as we kick off match week 22 of the Premier League season. Then obviously we'll have what 16 games left to play. So it's slowly edging towards the business end of the season. Now, I just wanna point you to this. There's some big tasty games going on. First, early kickoff of of match week 22 is going to be the big derby in Manchester. Man United take on Manchester City, which it is what it is. It's a derby game. Man United are in the mud. They've been in the mud for a while, and they've gotten a new manager in, Michael Carrick. I'll go into that in a little bit shortly. But there's some other tasty games as well. A West London derby, Chelsea will be taking on Brentford. We'll see. Obviously Chelsea need to pick up Liam. Rosinha is in charge now, the new manager over there after what's his name? I even forgot already. But after Maraska. Yeah, that's his name. Maraska got sacked in the early, well, New Year, to be honest with you. But yeah, here we are. What other games? Wolves, Newcastle. That might be a tasty one. Wolves are fighting relegation, so any wins they can get, and they've been doing very well. Shout out to Mane. That you over there is doing some good stuff over there. So who knows? Maybe we can get the second coming of Mane at Liverpool. So who knows? But I'll get into transfers because as I started recording this, I got some devastating news for us. And Liverpool fans, stay tuned. I'm gonna jump into it shortly. But other taste games, obviously Liverpool. We've got Burnley. Last time round, we just about won it. It's a penalty, Mo Salah, in the 94th, 95th minute, something like that. We got a penalty and we won the game. But at that point, it was 0-0. It was looking like we are gonna drop points. But yeah, ever since then, obviously, we just L's after L's. I think we went on a six-match losing streak from that point onwards. But other games, so Sunderland and Palace. That should be a tasty game in my opinion. Monday night football. That's going to be obviously Brighton against Bournemouth. Definitely going to be a tasty one, and I'm sure there'll be some good analysis by the boys at Sky Sports going through the weekend's games, whatever. Um, there's there's a funny one. Spurs v West Ham. I missed that on purpose because obviously it's at the top, but Spurs and West Ham. It's Frank. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Nuno, he's deep in the mud, so it can go either way. Both need wins. Both Premier League form is dire, especially West Ham. Um, Obviously, I went to the game when Liverpool played them at the London Stadium and we beat them. And but I didn't think there was much wrong with them. They were playing well. They just didn't take their chances here and there. Ever since then, obviously they've gone on a big downward trajectory. So who knows? It's gonna be a tasty one. Spurs, Frank has got a lot to prove to win the Spurs fans over because things are looking dark over there for them and the football's not great, losing streaks right, left, and centre, and they recently got knocked out of the FA Cup third round. So it's not looking good. Um, what other matters? So yeah, Arsenal remain top. That's gonna be well, most Arsenal fans are telling me it's gonna be a shoe and they're gonna win, no issues, no problem. And somewhat I believe them because Nottingham Forest they did a job on us. We lost against them 3-0, if I recall rightly. But Arsenal, different kettle of fish right now. So we shall see. Anything can happen in the Premier League. Obviously, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. So if Forest can beat them or make him drop 1 point, perfect, excellent. I'd love it. But just to spin back to Liverpool, we've got Burnley during the weekend. In my pre-match, I didn't go so much into depth in terms of what's going on with us against them. But just a quick thing here: we're fourth, obviously, at the moment on 34 points, and they're they're 17th at the moment. Relegation area, but they've been doing great of recent. Um, we're gonna have our boy Ekatike back in because he played in the FA Cup against Burnley. So it will be a tasty one. Clary, um, he should do well for them. Adams and Cornell, Vickers, yeah, they've got Burnley. They've got most of their strong players back in. I know they were one of the most. I think yeah, they had three players out to Afcon. So for most of them, Afcon is done. So they'll be back integrated into the team. So they most of them should the ones did go to Afcon should be back in the title. So I spoke earlier about the Manchester derby, and Carrick is going to be Carrick's first game, first big game, should we say? And as you can see there on my left hand side, I don't know how to explain it, but since obviously Man United have been going through a turmoil, a concoction, a conveyor belt of players, sorry, not managers and players to be fair, round in circles, get them in, sack them, get them in, sack them in. Like it's been dark over there. It's been yeah devastating, and I don't know if that's the DNA Man United fans talk about, but who knows? But it's a new DNA right now. So just to point you to that graphic on my left, right now, since Sir Alex Ferguson took over or played um the first from the first appointment we're talking about here, and they faced the it was a derby, in this case Man City. Alex Ferguson won. Since then, Moyes has lost when facing City for the first game. Van Gaal has lost. Mourinho has lost. Oliver Gunnar he's lost. Ragnick, Ten Hag, the list goes on. And only recently, Amrin got sacked now, but he actually got a W against his nearest bitter rival, Man City. So it's not looking good for Carrick. First game in the job. So we'll see how it goes. But just to again go back to a previous game earlier, as at the time of recording this, it has been confirmed. Yeah, Liverpool fans look away now because it's not looking good. Mark Gay transfer news. Sky just confirmed it. Fabrizio and big up BR Football, who I first got it from, and it looks like it's a done deal. We've lost Mark Gahey. I know in the summer, like we lost him in the dying like hours of the transfer window, summer August transfer window. Um, we lost him 35 mil, couldn't get him back. Look at this now. Man City, as Man City fans know, they're heavily depleted. Stones is out, Diaz is out. Um, there's someone else as well. Graviol is out as well. So I get them going for the caliber defender like Mark Gay, but I'll just read it. Mark Gay's contract with Crystal Palace is set to expire end of season. Hence, we were trying to go in, get him for 35 mil at the beginning of the season because we have our own defensive frailties. But here we are. He's so the Premier League and foreign clubs. So Man City have agreed to pay an initial 20 million for Gay. Obviously, Hughes, Edwards, we refuse to do that. There's also a percentage sell-on clause inserted in the deal. Obviously, will benefit Crystal Palace or wherever club if they decide to sell. Anyway, it's devastating news for Liverpool fans because we've needed him. We wanted him for a while. We've courted him. We've like a deal was on the table, but it just fell down in the dying hours of the transfer window shutting down in the summer. And it looks like we've definitely missed him. And City have got yet another great signing, and we've lost another battle because not too long ago, if you don't remember, we were in for Semenyo. But look at that. Since then, Semenyo's gone on already banged 2 goals against Exeter in the FA Cup. firing on all cylinders, and we could have done with Semenyo and Gay, to be honest with you, because Slot's in the mud right now. Liverpool's in the mud. Although it's a 10 match unbeaten run, but don't let the numbers fool you. The football hasn't been great. Although I'm not Slot out, I am still firmly in the camp of Slot. Please sort it out because it's not looking good for us. But other than that, the games will be the games, and we shall see going forward. But in terms of us, Liverpool, like I said, we've got Burnley in the weekend. I suspect we'll win that comfortably. Most of our solid players are back. Ekatike, of course, no issues there. Vert should start. Soberslai, Gakpo will probably come in on the left. Obviously, as you know, Conor Bradley is out for the season, so Frimpong will probably start on the right hand side, or maybe he'll be in a more advanced role, and Joe Gomez will come in on the right. Who knows? But I definitely want to win. We need a win just to stay pace and keep pace. But um, yeah, you can tell who I support. But obviously, in this game, I want Carrick to win. I don't care. Like, yeah, Man United are our deepest ops, but I don't want. Sorry, whoa, relax there. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. I meant to say what I really meant to say was I want Man City to win. I want Man City to batter them right, left, and center. Semenyo with a goal. Gay to make his debut and put a masterclass in defense and make sure Man United get nothing out of this game just so they can keep pace on Arsenal. I said earlier, obviously, I don't want them to win the cup. If they were more humble, more like, they're not the best this, they're not the best this, they got striker. I wouldn't mind Arsenal winning. I wouldn't mind Arteta finally getting a Premier League title. But the way the fans go on, it's jarring. It's it's just off-putting. You get what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I actually don't want Arsenal to win. But the league is the league. Whoever at game week 38, sorry, game week 38? Yeah, game week 38, 38 games, the table will be the table. So I'm hoping City claw back some of these points and start a run going on, especially as we arrive in this business end of the season. So onwards and upwards, we shall see some tasty games. I'm sure there'll be a few teams dropping points. Hopefully, it's not Liverpool as always. And we'll see. Hopefully, the other teams around us drop points, i.e., Brentford, Newcastle, Man United, Chelsea, even. Or if they can drop points, we can just keep pushing up. Although top three is likely, top two maybe not so likely because there's quite a gap there between third. Sorry, yeah, between third and fourth, there's quite a gap. So we'll see. Until next time, have a great weekend. Peace.